Okay, can you hear me okay? Is my audio alright? Messed up my hair, which is always good. um... Whew, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Is the background music okay volume-wise? Do anything else before we start? Audio sounds good? Awesome. Hey Jethammer, hey Leela Dyke. Awesome. Yeah, we were supposed to play Spire, but Resident Evil, but and we delayed just to see if Pam would be feeling better, but they're just really tired today, so hopefully not like a cold or something coming on, but they are going for a shower and then they're gonna relax, which is good. And I'm gonna play some Slay the Spire, and we'll see if that Spire gets slayed. I'm an Ascension 9 on Necrobinder, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to see if I can beat Ascension 9 and 10 on Necrobinder on stream today. Do I think it'll happen? No. Did I first try Ascension 6, 7, and 8 on Necrobinder? Yes. So it's not impossible, but it's unlikely. But I'm pretty good with Necrobinder. Honestly, the only person I've been struggling with is Regent. Regent is just objectively a worse character. I was going through Ascensions just kind of going across 1 through 5, 1 through 5, 1 through 5, 1 through 5 for a while there. And then I just got stuck trying to get Regent through Ascension 6 for the longest time, and I was like, oh, am I getting bad at this game? And then I went and played. I then first tried Ironclad, Silent, Necrobinder, and it took me 2 tries to get through the same Ascension level with the defect. And I was like, oh, it's just the Regent. The Regent just sucks. Alright, the Regent doesn't suck. I think the Regent is the least consistent and most awkward to build decks for, because almost all of their cards are reliant on other cards, or you need to get multiple cards of the same type of a certain quality for the deck to be any good. Whereas with Necrobinder, with Silent, with Ironclad, there's just a lot more options that are viable, and a lot less cards rely on other cards to be able to even be played, you know? Yeah, so I'm gonna take Greed. Okay. I want an early shot, but it's definitely the best option. No, I don't like that. These tough choices. I don't know which route I want to take now. I think I want to end with this no matter what. And I could do it off of, here. I'll go for 3 elites. We'll see how it goes. Might be a bad decision. Also, if I play really fast, I'm sorry. I'm used to playing, off-stream solo, just, zooming through things. You got a haircut? I'm new to bit, though my hair dye didn't take. Oh, that's good. I'm actually planning to re-dye my hair probably tomorrow. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm not playing this first fight very well. Oh, those are all... This is a really great setup for a soul build, but the problem is it's not very good on its own, and it's our first card pick. So it's I can risk it, or I can take a more guaranteed. Blight Strike is just nice because you're getting double damage functionally, especially if you lean into Doom. I hope so too. I hope the dying goes well, and I hope I don't destroy my bathroom too much. Or I could lean into, I mean, Asti builds are just always quite good, and Poke is a nice card because it's just a free attack, but... Let's go Capture Spirit. That's a terrible start to that. But one nice thing about that card is that you just get a lot more control of your deck. So you can do stuff like this. The thing about Soul is that one of the primary things that benefits massively is using Unleash. Because you can just get your summon cards more consistently and get Unleash more consistently. Nice. See, so it's like one of those cards where I was thinking about that edge case of like, well, actually early it's quite good because you just get Bodyguard and Unleash more often, and that fight kind of proved it out. So I'm pleased with that. This is such a like, it's a great card if you have the right build for it on Necromancer, but I want to try to take it this early. So I'll probably just go for Summon, because very quickly my plan is like, oh, we're just leading in on Bodyguard Unleash. Please. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Overtime sucks. I am sorry you're having to work overtime. I'm assuming that's what you mean by OT. Sorry if I'm misunderstanding, Femi. The more I get exposed to extremely gay sword and sorcery, the more I want to write, design, direct a sword and sorcery story. That's so fair, Jethammer, honestly. I've been running D&D again for my dad and my partner's parents and my partner. And I'm just really enjoying it. I'm honestly considering writing some stuff about it for the Patreon, if people would be interested in that. Just about like how I do campaign prep and everything. Honestly, the most fun part of it was for Session 0, we played a game of Microscope. If you know what Microscope is, it's like a fractal storytelling sort of... It's great for world building, but it's also like a game you get to play as well. And it just gave me like such a great set of tools to work with as a DM. And just, I find like creativity is always pushed by other people. And the greatest benefit of TTRPGs is that there is actually, like, there's no limits unless you impose those limits. So it really lets you, if you're smart about it, like, build out a world in a really unique way where if you're a smart, clever DM, you can use your players to, like, you can give up control a little bit of the world to let your players create things within it. Oh, I love Miniature Tent. Miniature Tent this early is actually kind of amazing, because if you get literally... Okay, this is a funny combo. Fasten plus Spiral Defend, which means that my Defend would play for 20 block. I'm playing that. I'm getting that. That's too good not to. We want Summon. With the Soul combo I have, I think Flatten would actually maybe be pretty good, and I think we lean into Soul and Asti right now. And I want to get rid of my strikes as fast as possible, because in an ideal world, I get some of the really good cards that upgrade. Like, they give you an amazing power, but they remove... Oh, that's such good survivability. Then Bodyguard consistency is also nice. I'm gonna go for Bodyguard consistency, honestly. And we get to rest anyway because we have miniature tent. Let's go. This is kind of coming together pretty nice. Especially for Ascension 9. We're just going to pull this right off the bat. Let's go! Well, that was the luckiest... I like how this build's going. I think this build is good. I got 2 powers and they both just make me do way more damage or way more block. It's exactly what we want to see. Also... the enhanced blocks that I have are just going to be really good at keeping Osti from losing too much summon. That's unfortunate. Okay. Afterlife, Calcify, Unleash. There we go. Just checking back through comments. I tried to get a DMing a couple times, felt my execution was limited. I definitely agree with, like, lean into the jokes, let your players be the rules expert. The more camp you have, the more fun you have. True. I run a very narrative style of game, so I'm probably not a good example of, like, how most GMs run things. Honestly, the most time I've spent as a player has been in actual play content. Not that I've done a ton of it, but I've done some over the years. So this is exactly what I was talking about with I want to get rid of all my strikes. Because I want friendship and cards like it. Beautiful. Friendship plus soul build is just... And unseizing top. That's lovely. More energy, more cards. Pizza Hut. I don't know. I honestly think it's early enough that this is worth it, just because I have so many I have so many strikes in the deck that I hate this boss. Can we talk about... I hate that they made him 50. He was fine when he was a 20 hit boss, but now you're limited to doing 15 per turn, which means that, like, you just are very limited in what you can do to him, how often you can do it, and it's... I'm not a fan. I am a fan of how this build's going, though, so I don't think it's going to matter. It's just annoying. I get the design of the boss, I just think that, like, the 15 is so slow to be able to play through that, to be fair, I'm playing it even slower right now because of the nature of the deck I'm running. It's smarter for me to just build him up and then play, that's unfortunate. Hi, Killian. You come to say hi to chat? Honestly, people talk about railroads or non-railroads in D&D, and do you want to know what the easiest thing ever is? Is just take design principles from video games and things. You don't want people going somewhere? Don't present other options. You know what I mean? Players will follow what you show is interesting. But if you describe a well beside the inn, they're gonna look down the well. Like your whole adventure involving this tavern and stuff doesn't exist anymore. They're going down the well. Like, there's certain things where if you present it in front of the players, they're gonna latch onto it. And a lot of, like, there's a good trick to DMing is knowing when to not Gillian, you're so cute. Not give information and things. It's the thing of, like, if you're playing a video game and you go into a room and there's like 3 things that are obviously interactable and a bunch of stuff that isn't, that's kind of what happens with describing as a DM. When you give something importance within your narrating, players latch onto that, and if you don't want them running off to the my dad was describing an experience he had with a D&D group where this happened, where, like, if you present them a cool thing that's not where you want them going, they're gonna go there. You know what I mean? Yeah, dial up the conservation of detail. No, what I mean is, like, when you give details, know that the players are going to take those details as important. Because everything the DM says is important, whether you intend it or not. And so you get in this uncomfortable, and I've made these mistakes. I'm speaking from someone who was fucked up as a DM, learning how to DM. I started DMing when I was 15. Like, I was not an amazing DM when I started in any way. But, players, you just need to give them a space to interact with, and then they'll kind of lead you along. The other thing I would say is that a lot of people try to develop, like, a story or a plot or where they want things to go. Don't do that. What I recommend, and I do this for one-shots too, and one-shots you really want to make sure that, like, the story is going to end at the end point you want it to happen. But I would say is instead design situations and prepare characters. Prepare who these people are, what are their motivations. As long as you know who everybody involved is and what they want, what they're trying to do, you can bounce off of whatever the players do. That's kind of incredible for me. I might throw that in a dungeon. with credit. I actually got to prep the first dungeon for that group. We had a session 1 and it was kind of more... So the premise of the campaign I'm running right now for my dad, Pen's parents, and Pen. Really, I'm running for like 3 of my parents. But it's like way too late to lean into Doom, I feel. As much as this card is fucking ridiculous because it's a multiplier on Doom, unless... but I have Soul, you know, the deck rotates pretty fast. It's like, it might be a bad decision or maybe a great decision, and I'm torn. I'm gonna do it. I need more damage. I need more damage right now, and we like that. Take that. That's good power. I love lethality. I think it's one of the best. Oh wait, I could have played that. That was really bad misplay on my part. This is not going well, but I'll turn it around. There we go. Honestly, Permafrost is really nice on this deck, because getting those powers out is so important. Permafrost is one of those cards that seems really weak in the face of it, considering how little block it gives, but with the right powers, it can make those powers significantly less bad. If that makes any sense. But the premise of the campaign I'm running right now is, honestly, the result of a campaign I ran a really long time ago where every player involved made the worst possible decisions in a specific fight that resulted in an entire regiment of the Hells being summoned under this one big city. I have this city of I was a waste. I should have played a different card. Hell yeah, Ninetailed. I hope you do finish it. I don't like how this is. I might fail this. I had such a perfect setup, and I might have screwed myself. We shall see. I probably should have killed this guy, actually. Yeah, this is bad. This is I'm dead. I ran that so poorly. I was too distracted talking about D&D. My session last Saturday was the first time I've had the experience of I shouldn't do this. This is a horrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's what my character would do. That's the best feeling. I'm prepping to play in a friend of mine's actual play of their module, like a Call of Cthulhu module they've written that like incorporates a lot of elements and themes from The Great Gatsby. And so I'm playing this sort of hook character of the module, like the story hook person, who's this kind of like, hey Kimchi, how are you doing? If you want to come chat D&D, I'm just in like the streaming Discord. Honestly, I would. If people haven't, they should go look up Legal Kimchi on YouTube and watch their videos about D&D. If you want really good videos about D&D and about TTRPGs in general, that's the place to get it. I especially love their video on like fantasy racism and how it exists within D&D. I think that's kind of a mandatory watch for any DM. Game of followed the development for a few years recently, and while it's definitely not polished, it's hard. It's nice to see that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Leela. Like, I love when something has a lot of heart to it. I don't know the context of what you're saying, Lewis. Shitty husbands are a little into race science is wild. Let's do this. This one's just a flat. Sometimes I like taking the gamble of getting 2 relics, but sometimes you pick it and they're so bad that you actually are just like, I'm just restarting the run. This isn't even worth it. You know what, actually like that. I get a shop, I get 2 elites. That looks pretty good. But yeah, I really love Kimchi's videos on D&D. You should go watch them. Honestly, I would say, like, I always encourage people to play other systems than D&D, but sometimes you gotta run what people are interested in. But alongside running D&D for Penn and my dad and Penn's parents, I'm also going to be running Mothership for them. A few specific Mothership modules, so I'm really excited to lean into that alien horror vibe. Oh, nah, no worries, Kimchi. I hope your kids have a good sleep, and I hope that, or sorry, bath time. I read that as bedtime. Can you tell I have dyslexia? I was like, it's close enough for bath time. No, that's, I hope bath time goes okay. I am a fool. Oh wait, this is a new run. I'm in a different deck. I should be picking something up here. Absolutely, Defile. Maybe we'll do an ethereal run. Oh, and I have an upgraded defend for Spiral. Beautiful. I know you probably should take Strike, because, like, offense is a little better than defense in Slay the Spire 2. But I like having that guaranteed big block early. I think I just go for damage. Someday you'll find a person who wants to play GURPS so you can justify all the GURPS books you bought. So fair. No, there's always like a million systems I'd like to run. When I was setting up for this campaign, I did a ranked choice voting system for game systems, and then within those game systems, like specific modules or campaigns. So it came out to... There was like one person really wanted to play 5th edition D&D. And then everyone else kind of middle of the ground on it, but it came out, I think, like 3rd overall in the ranked choice vote because of that. And then Stone Top was 2nd, but it's another, like... and then the number 1 was Mothership. Mothership won by, like, a huge... margin, but the player that really wanted D&D didn't want to play Mothership, so I'm like, I'll split between the two. So we're just kind of going to go back and forth between Mothership and D&D, and I'm going to use modules for Mothership, and I'm making the D&D stuff up myself, so that gives me more prep time for D&D instead of having to have it like having to do a lot of full prep every single week. Let's see if I get lucky. I did get very lucky. Damn. Therapeutic tabletop groups I'm in bi-weekly run Kids on Bike or Kids on Brooms. It's a simpler system, not so much paperwork. I can never run a spellcaster in D&D. That's so fair. Honestly, one thing I do like about D&D is how like tactical the combat can be, because it pulls from wargaming, and I enjoy some wargaming. I enjoy some tactical wargaming stuff. But I especially love running that for my dad, because my dad is very good at tactics. I ran a bunch of modules designed to kill parties against him, and that party that he had that ran through all of those is the most overpowered party in history, because they just... Like, the modules are not designed where they expect you to beat them. It's a lot of, like, old school modules that are very, like, if you do the wrong thing, you're dead. And... yeah. So he's a fun player to run stuff like that with, because he's very good at the tactics side of things. And I'm excited to make some really interesting combat encounters. You may enjoy the tactical combat and draw steel. My non-tactical and my heavily tactical players both love it. Ooh. I always am looking for a system recommendation. I'm just gonna put that in my notes somewhere. One sec. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, because I love a little tactical play. But my main thing is oh yeah, my dad is the most ridiculous. Here, I'll tell you about my dad's character for this campaign. Lillian, I love you, buddy, so much. I'm streaming right now. I know you want me to come play with you. For context, he's very gently nibbling my hand and meowing at me, which is usually his way of saying, I need some playtime, I need some attention. Unfortunately, buddy, now's not the time. So I'm gonna put it on Be Right Back for like 2 seconds while I set up a toy for him to play with. Come here, buddy. Such a gubbins. No. I know, you're mad I'm talking to you. Oh, and you're also mad because Ben's showering. Honestly, Killian's very funny. Anytime he's upset about something, he'll and then nibble my hand. Again, he never breaks skin or anything. Like, you can't even see the mark where he was biting me. This is like a pet peeve of mine with people's perceptions of cats and bad cat ownership. Cats communicate with bites. However, when that cat is growing up, you actually have to communicate back to them what's too much and what's too little. And a lot of people don't bother to take the time to learn anything about the psychology or how cats think, function, and behave. And then those cats are fucking miserable. And they can't communicate because you've shut down like the main methods that they communicate by. And yeah, but Killian's response to anything upsetting is to go meh, and gently nibble me to let me know he's annoyed. So he'll do it when my dad leaves, because when my dad visits, Killian loves my dad. My dad is his favorite person pretty much ever. He loves my dad. It's very cute and very silly. Yeah. So, and he doesn't like when I talk to stream for some reason. It bothers him. But he's mainly upset right now because Penn went to shower, and The shower is scary and mean, obviously, so anyone who's in the shower needs help, so he wants me to go help Pen, not be... I think it's because he was a street cat, and he's like afraid of the rain a little bit. That's such a good power in a Doom deck, but this is not a Doom deck, sadly. That said, it's strongly an Austie attack deck, so we're gonna take that. We're gonna get rid of a strike. We need AoE. Thank you for being here, Fume. Reminds me of like 5 hours into Quentin's Grumpy Cat retrospective. Wild. Yeah, Killian's a sweetie. He's very silly. No, I skipped the... I thought... I skipped the... I just took a curse for literally nothing. I'm a fool. I'm a fool, chat. I'm caught in live messing up my run. What do I have? Oh, yeah, I have a replay. Oh. No, it won't let... Oh, because it's already enchanted. I have made a serious mistake again. I'm making a lot of mistakes in this run. It's embarrassing. I swear I'm good at this game. I yell as I'm dragged off. Oh yeah, I need to keep this in mind anytime I have a power up. Yeah. Oh, your comment was about a character in Great Gatsby who's an abusive husband who read and... Oh yeah, no, like that guy is... Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's one of those, like, I was talking about so many things in a row that I just, like, completely forgot what specific things I was talking about. There we go. You're dead. You're dead. Beautiful. Defy's really good. Defy's a really good block. I don't have a lot of blocks. That makes sense, I think. I do feel like the deck might be getting a little bloated, but... No. Jason wouldn't bite his kitten, so I started to teach you gentleness. People think you don't have to train cats. No, like, you have to train your cat! Like, that's the thing, it's a cat, you have to actually, like, care about the animal itself, and you have to understand the animal if you're gonna raise one. Like, they're living beings with needs and communication styles, and you can't just treat a cat like it's a knockoff dog, or like that it doesn't... I don't know. I don't like people's perception that cats are just like, you don't have to take care about them, you don't have to look after them, and you don't have to pay attention to their needs, or try to understand what they need, or it's just, like, and it just annoys me. It just annoys me. I don't like how people behave with cats. Oh yeah, I generally assume entertaining social means to show gameplay skill probably takes it. It definitely does. I play much worse on stream. But that's okay, because I'm having fun chatting with all of you. And to be fair, I'm playing an Ascension 9. Which is, for those who don't play Slay the Spire, the second highest difficulty setting for Slay the Spire 2. Beyond custom difficulties. Yeah. Something called the Mitama, basically enemies that keep lots for users. Game way too easy to grind them. But I don't mind. I don't mind if a game is made easy by a specific element, honestly. God, this is not going well. I need to pull like the exact right card and the exact right turn, or I am... I think I'm dead? No, I'm just barely alive. Okay. Now I'm dead. Unfortunate run. I made some really silly mistakes along the way. by the way, if you're enjoying the stream, you can support through Ko-Fi or join the Patreon. I got a lot of custom, sorry, not custom. I got a lot of short essays that are only on the Patreon. My most recent being a companion piece to Jesse and my review of Starfleet Academy, which I helped edit and write. Yeah. If you like my stuff, the Patreon's great. And there's also a Discord. Lots of lovely people in chat are in the Discord. The Discord is fun. I hate trying to chill. It makes me feel awful in my soul. They've been Metal Slime's DLC, but they give you all the DLC for like $10 more. Ah, that's not too bad. Runs of Unfortunate. Okay, what was I doing? What are we doing? What's going on? Sorry. I've had Jeremy Colhane's impression of Tucker Carlson like stuck in my head ever since I watched it. We're all going to see Sinners because that's what we do now. Oh. Echolele is so weird. I just always have these, like, compulsions to make specific noises. Honestly, question, chat. I've done some one-shots on stream for some charity events and stuff, but would you guys ever want me to just do that just for fun? do some D&D one-shot streams or something? Because I think that could be very fun. Oh yeah, we were talking about my dad. My dad's ridiculous characters. So yeah, I talked about this in Ren Fair Cheese. His original party, which is now 14th level, and I'm hoping to pick their story back up and probably run them all the way to 20. I want to have the campaign I started running as a DM go the full distance to 20. But his party like has an entire castle. What came to mind was not Jennifer Coolidge, but your Coolidge video voice. Oh, wow. There's so many cards to pick from. I guess I'm taking that. He's an angry little guy. He's named Nibbit. I bet the mods will port over. I actually don't know when they're gonna hit 1.0. I just want to beat Ascension 10. That's the main thing for me. I want to beat Ascension 10 and Jennifer Coolidge, the return. What have I been up to lately besides slaying? Well, most of what I've been talking about this stream. I've been running D&D again for Penn and my dad and Penn's parents. And working. I have been working probably an unhealthy amount, but I gotta, because if I don't, you know, medication's expensive, very expensive, and if I don't take it, I die. So that's kind of fun. It's so cool. I love being disabled in Canada, where they just don't fucking care about you at all. I'm gonna do that. And then... That could be really good or really bad, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna lean to that. This one's amazing. I already have one thing that applies debuff. This means that both of my two primary defensive things also do damage, and then I could lean into Doom long term. I think that's the play. But I just need like one good Doom card, and this deck's kind of good to go. Oh, right, I have this. I think we just block because we don't want to take damage early in the run. But I don't have one of the status card related things for this fight. Yeah, just a lot of work. I am endlessly tired. I played those cards in the wrong order, and that was laughable. That was pretty bad. That doesn't matter. 24 damage Ostia. Let's go. That, for context, these two cards together are disgusting. 9 damage a turn plus 6 doom a turn. And that's unupgraded, and I can upgrade both of them. So, pretty worth it, honestly. We take that damage. It's a lot, and it sucks, but I need to be able to kill all of them. Healing touch. Cool. It does no damage. We love that. I was saying Feebling Touch is just such a good card. IMO. Nice. Unfortunately, we took damage there because he had no blocks, but should still take no damage this turn at least. And then that thing's dead. This thing dies here. There we go. Beautiful. I'm getting this mostly just because if you don't have an AoE card in this game, you're gonna have a bad time. I honestly think this game, more so than the first game, kinda lacks as much build diversity because you kind of just need to get like a few cards that do every single thing. You need a little bit of everything, or it's a bad time. Oh, shit. I hate this enemy, by the way. Least favorite enemy in the game. I hate the Constrict ability. Let's go. Okay. I said earlier, all this deck really needs is a really good Doom card, and I just got the best Doom card. I don't know. Specifically because it makes every other Doom card you play multiply. It does 10, and then it does an additional 5 for every 10 they already have, which means that every time, like, Countdown versus a boss on 9 Doom per turn means that you're just, like, massively increasing. Am I going to watch Summer Games Fest tomorrow? Probably not. I don't tend to watch a lot of those announcement things. I just kind of wait until... Here's my evil trick. There's so many other essayists and people I know that do watch those things or cover them. And so I just wait until they say what's cool, and I look up those trailers on their own. Because yeah, I think that's always fun. I'm gonna upgrade this, and then I'm gonna hopefully upgrade the other power for this build. That's tough. I think I'm gonna go with that just because it means guaranteed block every single turn, and this guy attacks every single turn once certain conditions are met. So I probably should have kept Enfibling. Actually, I should have played it. That was silly of me. Hopefully, I survive this. That was not ideal. Not an ideal fight at all. Even slightly. But... no, that's about it. It was not a good fight. This is not going super well. I'll probably have to avoid that elite if I want to survive. to the end. I kind of suck with deck building and kind of just learned this game by banging against the wall until simple deck building concepts become obvious. Probably also way too hyper aggressive in play. Honestly, this game awards a lot of aggressive play some of the time. Most of the time. Nice. Now what this deck needs is a really good block of some sort. Or some more consistent block, anyway. I prefer to be able to build Osti up than sacrifice, but that could be good. Scourge is kind of nice because it's draw and it's doom, and obviously no escape plays off of it, but and sleight of hand. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna try to keep the deck as thin as possible. We gotta kill this guy super fast. Ugh. I hate this fight. It is a nasty fight. I think I'm dead. No, 1 health. May as well be. May as well be dead at that point. I am dead, yeah. Not a good run. I'm glad you guys think I'm good at this game because I'm playing so poorly. Again, Ascension 9. To be fair. Usually I try to watch the announcements because otherwise I feel like I'm missing something I might like. I'm the Tomb Raider and Rayman girl and only got told about one of those and it was late. That's fair. I also just like don't really keep up with new releases. I tend to play games like well after they release, if I ever get around to sort of bigger releases. Yeah, I like that route. I just like to get out of Act 1. This is embarrassing performance. I do really like Necrobinder, though. I love a Necromancer. I love Necromancers. I've been playing some Path of Exile 2 because it was like $20 and I really wanted the game and I was like, oh, it's probably never going to be cheaper than that. So, and I've been really enjoying playing the Witch class in like a Necromancer-y way. Like either of these options, honestly, but at least potions are a benefit. I do not like the Shrinker Beetle. The Shrinker Beetle is rude. Rude Beetle. Most recent game I've been working through is Link's Awakening DX, the very cool brand new game that all the kids play these days. Amazing. One thing I am planning to do, and I might do it on stream, is now that Destiny 2 is dead, basically, my old Destiny 2 clan wants to do, like, we're going to run through all the raids. That'll be off-stream, obviously, because it's with my friends and stuff. But I might stream playing through the final, like, story content as, like, a farewell to the game. Because, like, Destiny 2 was a big part of my life for a long time, and I played it a lot. And then a bunch of awesome people got laid off, and I was just like, oh, I don't... The spark is gone. That was unfortunate. I was hoping to pull a attack out of that would insta-kill him, and then... But... Nice. Mostly blocked at all. I played that so poorly. I should have just played Reap. I should have waited for the cards to come out. Block would be good. I like Defy a lot. Defy's a great card. We love to see it. I can upgrade at this. First attack deals 75% more damage when you have Reap in your deck is quite fun. I only watched the Nintendo Directs. Everything else I learn about later because circles that will talk about what happened in those events. Yeah, no, like a lot of the time, the Discords I'm in will just be like live, like people live posting their reactions to every game. So I hear everything that's being announced, and then if there's any trailers that sound interesting, I go check them out. That is so unfortunate. Wow. There we go. Sentry mode is very, very nice. It'd be hard to maintain the love for a game that the people behind which were or have since been treated poorly. Well, and that's the thing, is that like I think all the artists at Bungie are wonderful for the work they did, and it just makes me sad that like the executives in charge fucking suck. And fuck Sony. Let's talk about Sony for a minute. Sony might be the dumbest company out there. Like, every decision their corporation makes just baffles me. They're like, okay, nobody cares about these Spider-Man spin-offs. Let's keep trying to make them happen. Okay, nobody cared for that. Let's do it again, 5 more times. But K-pop Demon Hunters, unprofitable. Why even bother? It's like so funny that they just sold it off and it became this huge phenomena. And I'm just saying, if K-pop Demon Hunters had like a regular press release and everything, I think it would have done well for them still. As it was, word of mouth basically carried that film to the huge level of success that it had. Whether or not it would have had that exact same level of success, of success if it had been released through traditional theaters first instead of streaming, I don't know. But they then followed that by doing the same thing again to Matt Braley and Rebecca Sugar's film, which thankfully got picked up by a Thai animation studio who's going to finish up the film and release it. It's just like Sony is like, if you want to study a company on like what not to do as a media corporation, Sony's the company to study. Oh, I was just saying that like Sony deciding to sell off K-pop Demon Hunters because it was unprofitable is just like such a perfect encapsulation of how they run things, which is that they don't understand art and they don't understand audiences and they don't understand what would be successful. 1 second. Sorry, Pen finished up their shower, and now they're going to rest. Friendship is such a fun card. Its only problem is that like it slightly weakens Reap, but I guess I get some big Austie cards, and also my main attacks are Austie, so I think that's probably worth it. Hopefully, this isn't a decision that I will regret later. Sony, we bought the Alamo Draft House and destroyed the no cell phone policy for no good reason. I didn't know that, but that would be a Sony action. That makes sense. Like, buy a successful business, bungles it. It's the employee's fault. Sony every 5 minutes. And Sony's done it to, like, so many companies over the years. My partner's dad was telling me about what they did to EverQuest, I think, back in the day. Like, just completely mismanaging it after they bought it. And how it was, like, the worst period of time for that game. And just the parallel between that and Destiny is not lost on me. Beautiful. Honestly, I don't hate Mayhem on this deck. I think it could be really, really, really good. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Little Bungus boy. Say hi to chat. Such a cutie. Killian, you're a little cutie. He wants gone. He came to get me because he was upset about you being in the shower. He was doing the bites, so I had to remove him from the room. He's so cute. I love that he gets concerned about us when we go shower. He's like, they're in the scary water place. I need to help them. Which is so funny because outside of when the shower is running, Killian loves the bathtub. He loves the bathtub. But one time he wouldn't leave the bathroom when I went to shower, and while I was showering, he started like hissing at the water and stuff. Oh, why did I put vulnerable on before I got rid of the slippery? That was what they say in the business, a massive mistake. Killian loves water for the most part. Sometimes he doesn't like it. Depends his mood in that moment. Mostly block. I wanna keep Osti high so that I can hopefully get a huge unleash off. That was an unfortunate. That was the only thing I was worried about running Mayhem, was that like it can mess up using what's it? There. I should win this in like 2 turns, maybe 3, depending on what cards I draw. Nice. I wonder how Squeeze interacts with Sentry mode, so I'm gonna try it out. Just in case. If not, it's still pretty good because of where is it? Lethality. Okay. This one's tough, because sometimes it screws your entire run, and sometimes it's a saving grace because you get 5 upgraded cards, and I think I'm going to keep Friendship. I'll upgrade it at a site, and I will send these off to be upgraded. And hope that that wasn't a mistake. We'll see. Yeah, I'd be curious if that Wolverine game turns out decent. I never played the Spider-Man games because they're PlayStation, and I just don't play Sony. But, nothing against Sony, I just have never owned a PlayStation, so... and all their stuff is pretty much exclusives. And most of my interactions with the company have been them destroying companies I like, so... I hate this enemy on certain characters. It is so annoying. Okay. Dead. Wow, I'm gonna take so much damage. But we survive. I've heard good things about the Spider-Man games. I honestly, the only Spider-Man games I have played are like the really old ones. I don't hate that. Soul 8 block. We're taking the gold. We're taking the gold and we're running. I need the health. I will say there is a really good Wolverine game already out there that I really like, which is the bafflingly well-made adaptation of X-Men Origins Wolverine. The movie is not good. The game is great. It's one of the most baffling instances of video game adaptation I've ever seen. The video game has very little to do with the movie. There's like a mild bit of crossover with some of the narrative stuff, but it's a lot more like traditional X-Men storytelling. You fight Sentinels, there's like a whole... I don't remember all the details of the storyline, but it was a really fun game to play when I was a kid. None of those are good for my build. Soul. I hate Hunter Killer. I think whoever designed Hunter Killer should reconsider their design principles. Because it's just a god-awful enemy. I also just don't... I don't think Hunter Killer is... I think Hunter Killer is honestly sometimes... This fight wasn't necessarily representative of that, but I have honestly found Hunter Killer harder than some of the elite fights in Act 2. And I just think if a normal enemy is more powerful than some of your elite enemies, there's something wrong there with the design. Please give me a big AoE. Unfortunate. That said, I can do that to get this. That. This. Just kill one of them so I'm taking a little bit less damage, hopefully. Oh, it's summoning more. I think my build is like perfectly antithetical to this fight, in that this fight is just gonna screw me over. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. That was a really key card. That was good. Hey, Digital Beef, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the increasing prices on stuff like the Steam Deck are just ridiculous. I think I survived this, barely. This is not going well. I misclicked that first attack. I like right-hand on this build, though. Cool. That's that run done. I am dead once again. Unfortunate. It's just the thing of, like, if you don't get offered any AoE cards, you're just kind of screwed in this run. It's one of my problems with the design for Slay Spire 2 is that I think it's too reliant on, like, you need to get certain types of cards. And a lot of runs, including that one, I didn't really get offered any AoE cards. Any good AoE cards at any point in the run. And then you just die to the many enemies that are designed to punish if you don't have AoE. And it's like, well, if you don't get offered AoE... I don't know, I dislike that some of the enemies in this one are a little bit more like you just hope you roll the roulette wheel, right? And compared to one, and I think part of that's probably that it's early access, so obviously it's not what the final game's gonna be like, and it's not balanced to the extent the first game was. But I do just think the AoE creatures right now are a little too powerful and a little too reliant on you getting lucky with a card earlier. And you might say, oh, but you just need to change your strategy. But again, a lot of runs I've had, I'm like desperately trying to get a AoE card from shops or from enemies, and I just never get one. I get to one of the AoE, like, punishment characters, and I die. Pros and cons of working for money. Pros, money. Cons, working. That's so true. What's wild is that, like, in a world where we weren't under the boot heel of capitalist things, people still work. Like, I just think about, like, every study on universal basic income and how it actually increases people's productivity because their needs are being met and they're not as stressed. You know? Not that I think productivity is an inherently good thing that we all need to... I'm grabbing breakthrough. I'm not having the no AoE curse happen again. Yeah, it's strange. Well, that was a real unfortunate first round of just taking pure damage. Oh, I could killed that turn. That was silly. Didn't really matter, but... I'm very torn between Iron Wave and Tremble. Iron Wave is so good, and I have a small deck, so it's even better. Because I need more block, so I think I gotta go with it. But also, you know, vulnerability builds are so good. So, tough choice. That's why you need an AoE card. And sometimes you just never get one, and I just think in Slay the Spire 1, outside of some Act 3 enemies, there was very few instances where, like obviously having AoE would benefit you against certain fights, but it wasn't like you were fucked if you don't have it. Whereas in this game, if you don't have AoE and you get to certain fights, you're just dead. That's the end of the run. Not much you can do about it. And I think it comes out worse than the first one because of that. Oh, wow, I'm gonna seriously lose, probably. Never mind. Talk too soon. I'm gonna take Dismantle and hope that I get some good vulnerability cards in the long term, and that I can upgrade Bash at some point. Strike Dummy's nice. I kind of wish I'd taken Perfected Strike with that, but too late now. Bash. My skills are almost all just defensive. I could do random, upgrade 2 random attacks. That'd be kind of good. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to do this just because it's better blocks for me, and I don't currently have a lot of blocks. And then Whirlwind is just beautiful. I love Whirlwind. And I know I have Strike Dummy, so it seems like I should keep more strikes, but getting the deck smaller so I'm more consistently getting the cards I want is more worth it, I would say. Saw off a new awful survival game that may just suck me in. I'm not going to boot it until I finish these ornaments, though. It's called Casualties Unknown. Most of the content warnings that apply to Path will apply to it. That makes sense, yeah. I agree that, as I said this earlier, I think some of the games that were released with the Wii would do alright on VR now that I think about it. I tried playing Elebits recently, and I was trying really hard to use the Wii Remote the way VR games now often use VR hand controllers. Yeah, that makes sense to me, honestly. Like, I honestly am surprised that Wii-era design principles don't come up more often, at least from what I've seen of VR, and obviously it's from an outside because I don't own a VR headset. I've only used one a few times at, like, friends or other people's houses. And yeah, so I don't know what it's exactly like, but from what I've watched, I find that interesting. I honestly kind of love the Wii, and I wish we still got more games from Nintendo that leaned in that direction. I hate this mini-boss. I said I was able to full block most of the attacks. I played the wrong attack there. Ooh, I'm gonna use that on the final boss. And an Inflame. That is nice to see. Specifically, having Inflame and Whirlwind, very, very good. Because now you've got, like, AoE damage, like, significant AoE damage. Oh yeah, I meant to do that. I'm gonna take a lot of damage this turn, but I think it's worth it to get the, big attacks out there. Nice. I should kill them next turn. Never mind. I cannot kill them this turn. Unfortunate. I will kill them next turn. There's definitely some overlap between the Wii and the VR in terms of motion controls, but I think most of the stumbling blocks that VR games tend to run into have more to do with the perspective, especially handling UI. Oh, definitely. I think that's probably the biggest design challenge of VR, is that, like, with a game camera, you can control things. With someone's head moving around, you have a lot more struggle being able to control what they do and don't do. I think Cruelty is the pretty obvious pick for this build. I don't know, confuse anybody. Should I just, like, upgrade all the cards I don't have already upgraded? Yeah, it's guaranteed to hit both of my powers that I want upgraded and Dismantle. Because only one card won't get upgraded, so Never mind Break's there. Break's the best thing in the game. I love Break. Break breaks things. Okay. We got a shop on that side. That's good. And there's 2 elites and lots of healing. What's going on over here? I don't know if that is. Yeah, I think that's the best route. Worth taking 1 damage to hit all of them. There. I love that card. Whirlwind is a lovely card, especially in like any minor enemy fight. Whirlwind is just way too good. AoE X cost energy. It upgrades obviously multiplicatively with any strength build, and then you throw in like cruelty and break, and it's just really good. Oh. I don't know if I want any of these. Honestly. I think I'll take Stampede because it's at least a good card. And then I can lean into some high cost cards later. Hey Killian, you enjoying blocking the camera? Being a muffin? Can I help you with anything? He's just kind of hanging out. Oh, we fixed it in the end. Flame Barrier, my beloved. My favorite block in the game. Ooh. Gotta enchant Whirlwind. That is very lucky. This is not lucky. This is awful. But that worked out okay. I'm gonna take some damage, but it's not too bad. I've definitely had worse experiences with Hunter Killer. That's mostly because it's like the build is going pretty good. I'm just gonna take the damage because I think it'll result in overall winning this fight. I haven't played Mina the Hollower a bit. Already basically had to give up and turn off the lose on souls on death thing to get anywhere, and I kind of lose motivation to play when YouTube feeds basically secrets that you would never figure out the steps for. That's so fair. I haven't checked out Mina yet. I do want to play it at some point because I love their previous games. Though I haven't finished King Knight's stuff, just Shovel Knight and it's the Potion Knight, Alchemist Knight. I can't remember what his name is, and the like Grim Reaper-y Knight. I like their stories. I at some point want to sit down, play through the Shovel Knights, and make a little video about how that studio handles queerness, because I think it has 2 really interesting examples, which is in Shovel Knight base game, you can swap the genders of any characters because the genders and their sexualities and things are completely irrelevant to the story being told. So you can make it a lesbian story, you can make it a gay guy story, you can make it straight if you wanted. You can make the woman be the knight and the guy be the princess. But in Spectre Knight's storyline, because it's about lost love and romance and queerness, they don't allow that option, and instead the genders are selected because they're actually saying something with that. And I just think that's a really interesting, I think it's a really neat choice. Compared to what a lot of storytelling and stuff does. This is gonna be bad. Please be enough. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got so lucky by pulling the exact card I needed. Oh, Colossus is wonderful on this build. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Membership card, removal service. I have Strike Dummy. I think I get rid of one more basic defend right now. None of these are good. I guess Akabeko's not bad. And then I just like do a little bit of damage, extra damage at the start of the fight. And I'll take a potion just because why not? I got 205 gold anyway. Yeah, that's the thing is that like I know King Knight's like a whole card game thing, and I don't know. I can barely care about when there's a card card game mini game in a game. I just never have found it particularly. I really shouldn't have played the attack no matter what on this boss card. That was a silly choice on my part. But it's okay, it's dead. None of those are particularly good for me, unfortunately, despite being upgraded cards. That's another thing, is that like a lot of people I think struggle in Slay the Spire because they go for like picking up cards for the sake of picking up cards, and I think the real trick is just picking up cards that you need and building a more consistent deck. Though I will say Slay the Spire 2, oh, that is so unfortunate. I wasn't thinking. I really shouldn't have played, what's it? I might lose here. That's so sad. It was going so well. Yeah, I definitely lose here. That's unfortunate. I want some poison. We're gonna do a silent run. It'd be nice to have one run go well on stream before I sign off. So we'll do one last run. Wasn't planning to do a super long stream, so. You guys can't see it, but Killian is sitting on the table that holds my mic, and he's just lays in there. He's just lounging. I'll try to turn the camera so you can see him. He's a silly muffin. Very cute. Oh, it's like wonky now. There. I think that's probably... All of these are really good, and all of these could really define a run. Like, obviously Storm of Steel with any Sly build is going to be really good. Abrasive is just a great card on its own. Dexterity Thorns and the Sly right off the bat. But I think I kind of want to go Blade of Ink, maybe. Ah, that's tough. Because it's so much damage early, and it weakens. I'm going to go Abrasive. I'm going to go Abrasive because I'm very likely to be able to pull it off very early into the run. Consistently. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I like that. Okay, let's take that route. Because when the deck is really small, I don't even need to have other cards. I can just have Survivor to activate Abrasive, and that's enough. And then I take less damage and I do more damage, which also means that I can upgrade cards more often and do other beneficial things like that. Well, that's obvious. As I was saying earlier, you need AoE in this game. Honestly, I think we take the risk of the 18 HP for money, because then we get to go to the shop and we can buy some stuff that's use. Damn. Unfortunate abrasive pull. I haven't played Shovel Knight. Would you say it's friendly to new players that haven't played many platformers? I think so. It's hard for me to judge, obviously. I've been playing platformers since I was like 4 or 5, you know? So like I'm not a good judge of like what is good for new players of platformers versus experienced players. But I think Shovel Knight's relatively approachable. It's sort of... It pulls a lot from 80s platformers and things, while still doing its kind of own thing. And hi, buddy, what's up? Hey, I can get rid of the injury and replace it with Spore Mine and get rid of another card as well. That's beautiful. So I probably want to get rid of it. I'm gonna make a strike. Strikes are not your friend, as it were, in... Ooh. There's a lot of good choices here. There's a lot of really good choices here. I think we're gonna lean into a slide deck, maybe. No, but it's so good. But I can also remove a card. I can just remove 2 for the price of 1. I think I'm gonna remove that, and then... Tough. It's a tough choice between these. Damage is good right now, I think. And I'm gonna get a power card just to guarantee one of these mini bosses, so that I can hopefully fight both of them without having to... That's an obvious choice. Oh, I should have played that turn smarter. I could have used Survivor on the abrasive. Most of my platform experience is Mario games than Wii and Switch. I'm never sure how well that translates. Honestly, I would say if you've played those, you're probably okay. I don't think you're gonna have to... Like, Shovel Knight is not a brutally hard game. It's always hard to tell like what is good for a new player when you have played a lot of a genre. I'm really glad that I bought that potion, that power potion, or this fight might have, we might have lost it. Yes. Unfortunate. I wanted to get an upgrade out of that, but... At least we're getting some pretty good, artifacts. I honestly wasn't expecting it to be that watermelon-y. I've heard Mina has some good difficulty options. I love Sly cards. They're just so fun. Whoever on the team decided to make Sly like one of the archetypes for Silent, I love you, designer. One of the things I want to mention about Catch the Unknown, it practices some very interesting separation of player and avatar. It's less like you're playing as the adorable creature going through hell, more like you're taking care of them and trying to keep them alive and well. Interesting. I love a good, like, indirect control game that plays around with the, like, structure of the medium. I think we skipped that. Oh, it sucks that I have to heal that. I need to lean into poison. I need to get a good poison applicator of some sort. Nice. I mean, but I've not played it yet because I'm over halfway through Link's Awakening. I want to finish that again first. I mean, it makes sense. The game is kind of referencing Link's Awakening, if I remember correctly, too. Play the inspiration and then the sequel. Oh, I could have played that better. I could have killed on that turn. Not that it really matters, I still killed on this turn. I didn't take any damage, but... I mean, long term I want some more draw discard cards, but I don't know if Speedster's worth taking right now. Let's risk it. Not the worst replacement ever. Sometimes your avatar talks directly to the player. It's a game where instead of saying, oh, I died, you say, oh, they died. Interesting. This boss is annoying. You really gotta be able to rush it down, and if you don't have the right build for that, it's just a rough fight. Hi, Killian, can I help you? Hi, buddy. It's looking this run's looking a little rough. I don't know if we're gonna make it through this boss, honestly. I hate the ringing effect. Damn. Yeah, I lose to the boss by 2 HP. Oh. That was me failing at Ascension 8 and 9 for a bunch of time. I hope you guys all enjoyed the little short stream. Next week, planning to stream on Thursday. We will continue with Resident Evil, hopefully. And I think I'm gonna head off because I'm also pretty tired today. Who's in the air or in the water, or hopefully we're not sick. But thank you all for hanging out, and I will be putting something up on the Patreon. It's just an exclusive write-up on there. I am finishing up 2 scripts for Jesse tomorrow, so expect more videos from us soon on Jesse's channel. I'm working on a project for Dark Fry next week that's really silly. I am editing a YouTube poop essay about YouTube poops. So expect that on Dark Fry's channel sometime soon. And, oh, have fun at prom! Congrats on finishing up high school, and I hope it goes really well, Random Nerd. That's so cool. And sorry if I missed anyone's messages. There was a lot of messages and I was trying to play Slay the Spire at the same time. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out and for chatting. And as you can see, Killian wants me to be done stream as well. He's done. So, I'll see you all later.